Hello, Magic players. Welcome you to episode 170 of the Brewers Tavern. Charles, good to have you here. Today is a super special episode. We are playing the Noobcon number 5. We're replaying it.
Yep.
I'm on Olof Gottfridsson's The Deck, and Charles is playing Jocke Almelund's The Deck. And I really hope you enjoy it. Charles will tell you now a little bit more about the decks, and
Sure.
I will tell you a little bit more about my list later.
So it's really cool to continue our Noobcon series. So Noobcon 5 was played in 2013. A couple things. Mitja's, we just rolled randomly. Mitja's playing the winning list, and you'll notice the winning list only has 13 sideboard cards because Mitja's player had already won 2 Sharks. He did win this and has a third. So Mitja doesn't get to play with the Sharks, even on Brewers, unless he earns them. So he's a couple cards short of the sideboard. This was the last Noobcon where 4 mana drains were legal, and 7 out of 8 of the top 8 in this event had multiple mana drains. And the funny thing is, the one person who did it was Magnus himself, and he had told me the only reason was because he didn't own mana drains. I mean, they were so good, even the 8th person would have played multiple mana drains. I mean, they're just too good not to. And you'll see again, so this will be the last Noobcon you'll see us replaying, where we have 8 mana drains, so that's really interesting. But the decks are really interesting again. They're much more developed than where we started a few Noobcons ago, but it's interesting to see what's included and what's not included in each of the decks. These are really fun for us to run. We play the cards exactly as is, as we do with all these historical matches. It should be a really long, grindy fight, the deck versus the deck, and it's exactly what I heard was the case the actual final. But why don't we start by taking a look at your winning list first, and we'll take a look at what I'm playing, and we'll see how it does.
Yes, and I hope I hit the right hotkey. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Here we are. Oh, no. Oh, God. Here we are. Sorry. Now I made it. Yeah, so this is my list. The list as it looks super, super solid. It is probably one of the best the decks you could play. I first thought when I sleeved it up, oh, why only 3 mana? Why only 3 counter spells? And then I thought, oh yeah, you have 4 mana drains. How could you even think about running 4 counter spells when you have 4 mana drains and no mana burn? This is the key in Swedish old school Magic. There is no mana burn, so the card gets even better. Besides that, the list, as Charles mentioned so far, has only 13 sideboard cards because he won 2 Sharks, so he is only allowed to play 13 sideboard cards and the 2 Sharks in the sideboard. Besides that, I love the 2 copy artifacts. He runs 2 fireballs. I think you can discuss if you want to have 1 fireball and 1 mirror universe or 2 fireballs. It is both appropriate. The sideboard is also we were unsure about every sideboard card because the pictures we had were kind of not, how do I say that, not good enough to see every card. They are not blurry or so, but the cards are just laid out super close together, so we are assuming that he played a one of planes, which might be right because he has zero outs against Blood Moon. Besides that, all the cards, as I said, in the main board are insanely good, and I would say with that said, let's move on to your list.
Yeah, I think we would typically see 1 fireball today, but when you have 4 mana drains, a second fireball becomes better, right?
Yeah.
So you could have a Jam Day Tome, or you could just fireball whatever's out on the board. So that seems better. I mean, the copy artifacts, you still see maybe 1 played in the deck, but definitely not 2. But otherwise, it looks like a really standard version of the deck, right? With Mishra's Factories and Fireball or WinCon.
He also runs Spell Blast, and I guess Spell Blast is better against swords, but and lightning bolts, because you hard counter for 2 mana, but I don't know if you really need spell blast over the 4th counter spell. But since we're running the actual lists, we play it as it is. Maybe the 2 guys are also watching our stream. We would love to hear to hear some feedback. The one thing I need to say, as you might have seen, I have a Disrupting Scepter in my sideboard, blackboarded one. It's German blackboarded because my second unlimited one is still in the mail, and I hope it will arrive soon. But with that said, I would say let's move on to your list, Charles. And
let's do it.
Here we are.
All right, so this will be the last time I get to play 4 mana drains on Brewers. I think I probably mentioned, but these 4 mana drains are the 4 that I had since I was a child, where in '94 they were legal as a 4 of, so I still have them from then. So it's at least I get to play them. It's interesting what's not in this list. Chaos Orb is not in this list, and Mishra's Factory is not in this list. So I definitely think I'm going to have the harder of the matchups, and I'm not surprised that your deck finished first against this. I mean, this deck is, 4 Jambay Tomes, 4 Felwar Stones, and then we have the 8 counter spells with the 4 mana drains. So my 1 win con, it's either Brain Geyser or a Fireball for the main deck win con. So pretty thin. I mean, and you have kind of a standard 2 Fireballs and 4 Factories. Sideboard is where it's interesting, right? We see Steel Artifact, which is not a card that we would typically see today in the deck sideboard, but really interesting. I guess if I wanted to bring it in, I could try to steal one of your Jambay Tomes. That pretty much is the only good target if I wanted to do that. But the spicy part is we have 3 Gwendolyn's and a Caracas, and Caracas could of course bounce the Gwen. So those are really interesting cards if I wanted to bring that in. And it could be a fun thing to do it. Otherwise, the rest of the sideboard looks pretty standard. I think there was a Meek Stone. Very hard to see, so I hope I got that right, because we want to get the decks to be exact, but I'm just not 100% sure, but I think it was Meek Stone. But I think I'm going to have a harder time. I have 1 win con, as I said, or I guess Brain Geyser could be a second. So I'll have to be careful. And I think these are going to be long, grindy matches. The one card I'll say, which is interesting, is there's a Time Vault in the deck at the top of, in the middle. And that should be interesting. I've never actually seen that in the deck before. I don't know, Mitja, have you seen a Time Vault in the deck before?
Never. And I mean, you can give your opponent an extra turn and hope that he draws dead. Is that the goal? I mean, it could be the goal, but is that the goal? I have no idea if that is right or wrong. I really don't know.
I'm not really sure.
Just one thing I forgot about my list, because I just saw it in yours. I do not run a balance. This is also quite unusual for the deck.
I don't run a balance either. I think mine's in the sideboard.
Yeah.
I have seen modern list of the deck not run balance. I think Brian Weissman didn't run balance for quite a while. I guess the thought process is balance is never going to get you ahead. It might get you if you're already behind and losing the game back to even. I think even he runs balance now. But yeah, balance of the sideboard is definitely strange, especially for. I think for my list, I don't have any I don't have any factories, no creatures. I'd be surprised if that wasn't in the main deck. But that's the fun part about seeing these lists. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the Time Vault is for. I guess it would allow you, if you were able to give your opponent an extra turn, it would allow you to tap out completely to play a Jambay Tome or some other card, some other spell, and then be able to just take an extra turn. Look, with that said, let's. I think these are going to be long games. I don't think we're going to have many games. Consider we don't have many win cons. But let's go to the Brewers Tavern and let's see how the rematch of the Noobcon 5 finals turns out.
Yes, and here we are. Hey.
Eventually we'll get to Noobcon 9 and my playmat will match.
Yeah. Someone was looking for one last week on Facebook, and I needed to tell him that they are super rare and he probably will never find one.
All right. You want to roll for us? This
Yes.
might be a big roll, even as always.
You start.
All right. I'll take the advantage. I definitely like your deck better in a mirror match.
I mean, you have. I don't know that yet, but you have Gwendolyn in the sideboard.
Pile one.
Pile number 3.
Well, your swords are going to be completely useless.
I keep that. You will love my opening.
But yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, we'll try it.
Okay, sure.
Your turn. Correct.
Library, go.
Yeah, lovely.
What is that? Strip mine?
Top deck, right off the top.
I draw one.
That's what I think of your library. What I fucking think of your library.
My
Right
turn?
off the top. It's your turn. Yep. Say I was
Uh,
going to ruin the game, and that's top deck.
Factory soldering, pass the turn.
You'll play a C,
Yeah.
and your turn. 3 cards.
Factory. Nah. Thinking. Tundra and try to cast Recall for 1.
And you have 1 card in your graveyard.
Yeah.
And you have how many cards?
I have 6 cards. Okay. Then it's your turn.
We're not doing that.
We're not going to do that.
Play a Volk.
Yes.
And your turn.
Untap, draw. I play a Volcanic and try to cast a Chaos Orb.
Sure.
Your turn.
It's your turn. 3 cards.
Draw. Interesting. Try to cast Chaos Orb. Copy Artifact. Ha.
Well, then we'll respond. We'll enchant your Chaos Orb.
I would love to activate it with the 1 mana floating.
Sure.
And take out your... You have a Mox Ruby under that pearl?
Sure do.
I take out your... Interesting. I take out... What do I take out? Your... Felvar Stone. Copy resolves, and I would love to get a... Mox Pearl. Cards in hand?
2.
2. I try to cast Ancestral. Yeah. And swing for 2.
Okay. 18.
Your turn.
How many cards do you have left?
4.
Your turn.
Factory. And activate factories and swing for 3. 3.
15.
Your turn.
So glad I have factories to block. Yeah, your turn.
Factory.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Activate 2 factories. Swing.
Yeah, full box.
Go.
That's not good. That's your turn.
Untap the factories, draw, Mox Jet, swing for 6. Your turn. What is it? Fireball, Lotus, and Mana Drain. Okay.
Not having factories as blockers makes a huge difference.
That's right. But I mean,
let's do another game now. That was quick.
That was quicker than expected, to be honest.
Well, if you have 2 or 3 factories, they can end games really fast.
Yeah. And you had 0 removal for the factory. Yeah, I mean, you had one, but this is like the library problem we talked about in previous episodes. It is just the fact that you needed to strip your my library instead of one factory.
And I had a disenchant, but I had to go after your cast or when you were going to copy it.
Yeah. Oh, the stream turned blurry a bit. But when you're not moving your hands or not so fast, it is fine. Oh no, he hung up. Now I can cheat. Oh no, he's back. I didn't say that.
Are you better?
Yeah, it's better. As I said, as long as you're not moving quick in front of the camera, it is fine. It's probably because of the Wi-Fi, but you know. Pile number 2 for you.
Good for you also.
I keep that.
Okay, we'll try it.
Okay.
City, Soul Ring, Forward, so on 4 cards your turn.
Okay. Library. Draw card. Mox, you go. Library's so dumb.
We do. I do not have strip mine this time. Your turn.
7 cards, draw. 2, 4, 6, 7. Factory. And pass the turn.
Play a land.
Yep.
And your turn.
End of turn, I draw a card. Then I draw. For the turn. Play Tundra, 2, 4, 6, 8 cards. Yeah. Go to discard. Go.
Okay. And guys are for 5.
Fair.
Get rid of that library.
Yeah, sure. I tap and draw a card. Yeah.
And 7 cards, your turn.
7 cards, my turn. I swing for 2 and cast a Time Walk. 2, 4, 6, 7.
Yep.
Then I draw. Play another land and... I pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. Play a land for turn. Move to my second main.
That's a book. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mana Drain.
I'll mana drain.
Spell blast your mana drain.
Counter it.
Okay, then you have your book.
Yep.
Interesting. Cards in hand?
I have 4.
Okay. Demonic Tutor. Going for Divine Offering your book and pass the turn.
All right, you're at 23. You got it. Play a land. Time Vault. Don't know what I'll do with that.
Okay.
And
Time Vault is fine. I draw. Time Vault. I attack.
we'll source them.
Cards in hand. 2.
Good.
Counterspell.
That resolves.
Okay. Then you
Source
get 2
them.
damage.
Oh, nope. I don't.
Okay. Then you get.
That works.
You do not get 2 damage. Then I gain 2 life.
Yep.
Okay. Your turn.
How many cards do you have?
5.
Go ahead. Take a turn.
Okay, fair. I take the turn. I play a Mox Pearl and pass the turn.
Okay.
Oh, maybe the Time Vault is insane if now that you have it untapped, you can wait till I tap out and then fireball me for lethal.
We'll see.
That
Your
might
turn.
be insanely good.
I mean, you're gonna. You could disenchant it long before. We'll see.
I draw.
You're passing.
No damage. No damage, sorry. Book.
Yeah, we will counterspell that.
And I will mana drain your counter spell.
Okay, and we'll mana drain your mana drain.
Okay.
No cards.
Then, yeah. Pass the
How many
turn.
cards do you have?
3.
Yeah. Your turn.
Drop the card, but pass the turn.
Your turn.
Underground Sea, pass the turn. Why did you need to counter my book? Why?
Play a book.
Mana drain it.
Okay. Your turn.
I have 4 colorless. Oh shoot. I take it. Draw 7.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
This is
7.
the mana drain error is just insane.
Play Factory. Play Chaos Orb. Go to 23. Activate the Chaos Orb on
All
your
right, I'll have to
Time
take it. I'll respond by take a turn. Yep.
Vault. Okay, yeah, that works.
All right. 2 turns in a row.
8. I discard 1. Yeah.
All right. Nothing. I'll go to the next turn.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. This first card didn't do anything. You have 7 cards, right?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. 7. Get rid of your old hand.
Mind Twist?
Yep.
Okay.
6, 7. And 2 cards, your turn.
Attack for 2.
Okay, 13.
Your turn.
I don't feel bad about that mind twist because you drew 7 cards and you just lost.
That's fine. Look, I'm not complaining about a Mind Twist here. I mean, happens.
Your turn. I mean, I don't have a factory to block you. That's
Attack.
not good. 11.
Strip mine. Go.
Your turn. 4 cards.
Play another factory attack.
Okay,
And
you're
for
pumping. 8.
Your turn.
Your turn.
For 4.
All right, well, swords 1.
I tried to spell blast that.
All right, I take 4. I'm at 4.
Your turn.
Pass.
Yeah, your turn.
Your turn.
I would love to activate both factories.
It doesn't enchant one.
I pumped the other one. Copy
Oh, no,
artifact.
I was waiting until you. I was waiting until you were attacking. Oh, you weren't attacking now.
No.
You just activated.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so I'll disenchant one. That's fine.
Oh, no, it's fine.
All right,
Otherwise, you lose the game. Do it in my attack step, because so I activate both. I would love to copy one. I would love to cast copy artifact. Then I would
right. So I'm just gonna.
I would love to attack.
I'll disenchant one.
And I pump the other one.
Yep.
And go. I mean, if you wait
and
till
there's
I
no
pump.
card. There's no card I can draw that can deal with factories. Even with the book, there's nothing to do. I can get rid of one, but not the other. I think we should try the sideboard games. I mean, the factories are just too. I mean, that's exactly what we thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Not having like, a mirror maker.
Factories.
It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, factory is one of the best cards you can have in that kind of matchup.
Okay, well, that was good.
But man, these mana drain wars are crazy.
I mean, it's fun just to like at least see it once, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. It makes me smile a bit, to be honest.
I definitely can understand why that was changed.
I don't get it.
Don't get it?
No. It makes 0 sense to me. Okay, I don't know if my sideboard plan is good or bad, but
I mean, having to keep in swords because they keep dying to factories is a real feel bad.
Yeah. I mean, also the fact that I opened 2 times with library is not making your game plan better. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, just 1 second. I don't think it's really easy.
Boom.
I think this is what I have to do. I have to take another look. I don't know about that. Okay, well, we'll just do this. That's fine. Let me just make sure I have 15 cards out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Pile 1 for you.
Library.
I just cannot stop your factories. It's one thing if you don't want to play factories, but you want to play like 2 moats. At least you have a card to try to stop the ground creatures.
Oh god.
But to play no factories in Abyss is, I think, a much harder situation to play in.
I mean, this hand is insane. It's not library, but it's
1, 2, 3.
number 1. Number 1.
Hold on. I'm better just restart this.
Charles really need better Wi-Fi. Bro. Ah, here he is.
Okay.
We could still hear you. I said pile number 1.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that will be a mole, just with 1 land.
Okay, yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Number 1.
Okay, we will put, let's look at my sideboard, what I took out first.
Okay.
Okay, we will put this on the bottom. And we'll play a Tundra, Ruby, Felwar Stone, and your turn. 3 cards.
I play a Mock Sapphire, a Factory, a Soul Ring, and a Mox Ruby, and pass the turn.
Okay. I'll play a Volk.
Yep.
And I will pass her.
Another Factory. Swing.
Yep.
For 3. Pass the
Yep.
turn.
It land.
Yep.
And your turn.
Factory. Activate.
All right. Well, we'll disenchant 1,
Fair.
and I'll take 3.
I pumped the other one. Yes.
Oh.
I pumped the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to cast Recall for 1.
Yeah, all right. We'll just counter it.
Okay. Pass the
And we're gonna have every game just be factories. You can't take advantage of the fact that I have no factories every game. Like
The
try to win a
thing
game
is,
any
I
other way.
opened up the opening hand, and at the moment where you said I cannot beat factories, I saw 3 factories in my opening hand, and I was like, I take it.
Your turn. Well, because the 8 counter spells doesn't do anything, so it's like I have to have like enough removal for it, or I just die because I have no blockers.
Swing for 4.
Yeah.
Your turn.
It's your turn.
Attack.
6.
Your turn.
All right, your turn.
Play a City of Brass swing.
Swords 1.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, 22, and I'll go to 4.
I try to cast Demonic Tutor. Resolves?
Yeah, resolve.
Cards in hand?
1.
Okay, your turn. Oh no, 1. 1. Okay, I go for it. If you have it, you have it. Time walk.
I don't have it.
Let's see. I draw. I would like to cast Regrowth, take back, activate factory, swing, and
2.
yeah, and then after attack cast Time Walk.
Okay, you win.
Yeah, this factories, but this is also a reason why I would be for restricting factory.
Well, you have to. Everyone has to play 4, or you just the advantage is just huge.
I mean, also the fact that you can play a creature with Abyss. You know what I mean? Like a creature on a land with the Abyss, so that in the worst case scenario you can cast Abyss turn 4. But I would love to hear the opinions of our viewers. Not gonna lie. Just
Well, at least they're quick. We're getting a lot of games, and I didn't think we would.
yeah, and I mean, before we started, we said maybe this is like a 1 to 3 game episode, and this turned out to be way quicker. Not gonna lie.
Well, I'm getting lots of counter spells, and you're getting 2 or 3 factories a game.
Yeah.
Pile 2.
And double pile number 1 and double library. Double library is also crazy. I keep, man. It should be forbidden that I play the deck.
Okay, we'll keep it. Tundra, Jet, Soul Ring. We'll play Fell War. End your turn. 3 cards. Turn.
Okay, I draw. Shoot. Soul Ring, Mox, and UC. Cards in hand? 3, right?
Great.
I try the book.
Okay, well, the book, we're going to counterspell.
Okay, your turn.
Okay.
So if I would have played, let's say, Ancestral Recall, would you have let it through? Because you said the book is what we counter, but is Ancestral something you will not? Just ask.
Your turn. 3 cards.
Library.
How many cards do you have?
3. Your turn.
We'll play a city.
Yeah.
And we'll pass.
Tundra. Yeah, Tundra. Pass.
4 cards, your turn.
4 cards as well. Pass the turn.
Pass.
City of Brass. Ancestral.
Okay, we'll drain that.
Counterspell.
Okay, you get it.
Draw 3. And pass the turn.
Now it's just library game.
I have 5 cards. Not a library game
How
yet.
many? Oh, okay. And 2 turns. Your turn.
I draw. I pass the turn. 6 cards in hand.
All right, your turn.
Draw. Draw. 2, 4, 6, 8. UC and Felvar Stone pass.
Your turn.
Draw for the turn. Draw with library. 2, 4, 6, 8 cards. Try to cast a Dust to Dust.
Yeah, sure.
Felvar Soul Ring.
Okay.
And pass.
Cast Demonic Tutor.
Resolves.
I go to second main phase. Cast Demonic Tutor.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It would also have been it would also resolved in the first main phase.
We'll get rid of the library.
Yep.
And your turn.
Play a land and try to disenchant your Moxjet.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
For 19, I'll cast Time Walk.
Counterspell it.
All right, pass turn.
Volcanic pass.
Pass turn.
I draw. I play Factory. Pass.
Play City and pass.
Tundra and Moxjet pass.
Pass turn.
Draw. Play City of Brass. Pass.
Library, 7 cards, your turn.
Strip your library.
Okay, I'll draw in response.
Yep. Attack for 2. Completely forgot about Factory.
Words.
Okay.
22.
Yes.
Anything else?
I attacked. No, pass the turn.
I will go to discard Fireball.
Okay.
Okay.
You did.
I have creatures. I think getting you to 20 life with all your counter spells is impossible, pretty much.
Go.
Go to second main.
Gwendolyn?
Oh, it's a book.
It's a book. Counterspell.
Okay, we will go to 17 and we will counterspell that.
Book is still on the stack. I mana drain the book.
Okay, it's your turn. Oh, you manager in my counterspell.
No, I mana drain your book.
Okay.
Draw. Fireball you.
Do you have a number or no?
I think you're dead. One, two,
Well, just get the numbers so everybody knows.
okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Okay, then I'm dead.
Wow. Mana drains are just so weird. I would say
I think we could.
I mean, let's go to the sideboard tag, right? I mean, or do you want?
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, we can play one more, but
no, I think. No, I don't think so. I think that's more than sufficient.
Yeah, here's the. I need to post a picture that I own the second unlimited one.
No one believes you anymore.
Yeah, all lies, all lies. But to be honest, the thing why I need to play this is we needed to push the episode all the time because I was waiting for 2 more copies of Mana Drain because no one beside you, Charles, owns 4 Legends Mana Drains. And you.
Yeah, well, I was playing those cards back in the day, so.
Yeah, I'm too young, and then yesterday you were on the hunt for Gwen, and I was like, okay, I checked my pool and I didn't have the Disrupting Scepter. I was lucky that I found one. Otherwise, I would have drawn one by hand, or I would have played this one. I got this as a Christmas gift from a German player. It's a Rod of Ruin, but I mean, where's the difference? No difference.
All right, you want to go through the sideboard first?
Yes, I can do it. So cards I did not board in. Abyss, because I've seen no creatures, and even if you have a transformational sideboard, I felt quite comfortable with 9 counter spells plus fireballs. That was okay for me. I did not bring in this One of Plains because you had zero Blood Moons coming, or I didn't expect you to have Blood Moon in the deck, and I thought about bringing in the Blue Elemental Blast, but I just did not have enough space for it. Cards I took out for Swords. It was a little bit greedy if you have a transformational sideboard. I mean, we're always playing like we do not know what you have in the sideboard, you know? So that's why I took out the Swords, and I did not see the Gwendolyn decor key, but I mean, Red Elemental Blast is also countering Gwen, so it's okay. Divine Offering, I took out 1 Divine Offering and 1 Disenchant for 2 Dust to Dust, just to keep up the artifact and enchantment removal. And I took out 1 Copy Artifact because I thought Copy Artifact is only good if you resolve a book, and I needed to cut 1 more card, so I decided to go with the Copy Artifact. Cards I brought in to Disrupting Scepter because I think they're quite decent in the control mirror. 2 Dust to Dust is super good in control mirrors. I mean, I mana denied you in the last game pretty well, and 3 Red Elemental Blast just to counter your blue counter spells like the Mana Drains and the counter spells mana efficient. Yeah, this is my sideboard plan.
Okay, so you got really lucky because, as it happens, or Red Blast or Swords to Plowshares plus Red Blast, because even if this resolves and you draw the Red Blast, you could still Red Blast this once it's out, and that's better than Swords. It destroys it. I don't gain life, and the Red Blast could be a counter spell too. And these are the only creatures I have, so your Red Blasts are just insanely Red Blast and even better than Swords in one. But yeah, I definitely needed to bring in creatures. If anything, just to try to block Factory. So because I was getting killed with that, and the Red Blasts were really good. And I will definitely play Caracas if I'm going to play the 3 of these, because if you try to Swords it, to be able to bounce it back might let me have you waste your removal, and this could be used as many times as I need to. It's untapped. The cards I took out, the Time Vault, I did not think was very good. I really didn't want to. I really wanted to take out Swords because you only have factories, but I just didn't feel comfortable taking out too many copies because I kept losing to them. But four factories seems like a lot, so I took out one. Abyss is obviously not good against you. I took out. I did take out Regrowth because I wanted to make more room. I don't always have the green mana. I just thought it was more important to always make sure I can cast something. I took out one of my 4 books in a mana drain era. Books are really scary.
Oh no!
Having it mana drained is really bad, as we can see. You beat me with Fireball the last game. You Brain Geyser for 7. I took out one, and I don't think Time Twister is necessarily good against you either. But these were the 6 for 6. The only targets for Steel Artifact that I care about would be books, and I'm not going to try to play 4 mana just to hope to get that. And Blue Blast, I wasn't going to try to go after your Red Blast. Balance, you don't have creatures. You're not really. You might have one or 2 fireballs, but Wrath, you don't have creatures, and again, the same with the Meek Stone. Mitja, thank you for a really cool episode. Always fun to see how these decks played out. I'm not surprised that your deck won today and also in Noobcon 5 finals. The factories are just too good. Hope everyone enjoyed, and we will be playing Noobcon 6, which was in 2014, in the 1 mana drain era, in 10 episodes from now, in episode 180. I hope you join us for that.
Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah.